So really, I mean, you became known as a sprinter at that time. I mean, and that was, and it's always as a coach, we're always thinking about the strengths and limiters of the athlete, and then trying to match those strengths and limiters of the athlete to the event demands. So if it's like, oh wow, my natural strength is sprinting or my natural strength is climbing, and then how am I going to actually apply that to the race that I'm going to do? So and then also bringing that out and saying, well, do I train my strengths, right? Do I train my limiters? And sounds like you focused really heavily on sprinting and improving your sprint. Is that the case?
Yes, yes.
All right.
There was the belief, in fact, we had discussions about that, is that you're either born with it,
right,
or you don't have it.
Right, sure.
And
there's a lot of evidence that sprinters are born and not made to a certain point.
Well, what I've discovered in personal experience as well as research is that you can convert muscle fiber.
Right.
So, we have two types, that, the slow and the fast. And by training the fast twitch, you can switch them over.
Right.
So if I was more of an endurance athlete, I would admit I'm not a pure sprinter, but I became an endurance sprinter.
Right.
And I focused on it. And then I brought the technique into it. And the technique was, the big part of it was the amount of time that it takes and starting the sprint when you're supposed to.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
And I developed this protocol, I think you know about this, where let's say I determined there's about 20 pedal strokes in the final effort.
Right.
And I studied films, and you can look at the pros now, and when they start their sprint, when they pull out from behind someone and they're really putting everything into it, it's around 20, maybe a little more. Sometimes the pure sprinters are a little less. So I also worked with my athletes to do the same thing. I would roll out, I would go to the finish line, and I would put it in the race gear that I would determine, and I would roll back 20 revolutions, and I would know where that start was. And